picking up Laquan Treadwell wasn't the biggest news story of the day. The Vikings have also traded for Jalen Ramsey. Wait. I can't leak this yet. That's a Wednesday news story? Okay. The Vikings picked up Marcus Sherels as well as Treadwell today, and this will have some implications, so let's talk about it. Mostly, when you would pick up your franchise's best overall special teams player, there wouldn't be a whole lot to talk about, but I think there is right here, so let's do it. So, of course, we had to make room. So, right off the bat, the Vikings put Chad Beebe on IR, and our backup one of our backup linebackers, Devontae Downs, we cut him. He'll most likely be signed back onto the practice squad, so not big worries there. But with Marcus Sherels on the team, our special teams ace, I think you have to look at elsewhere to someone else that is still on the roster, and that is Mr. X-Line Amir Abdullah. He's running back 4, but most importantly, our kick returner. Do we need a roster spot for a kick returner when 95 or more % of kickoffs get booted out of the end zone and when you won't have maybe one chance a game? Or do we just let Marcus Sherels return both kicks and punts, who he's at least average at both capacities? And that's what I would do. I think Mike Boone last Sunday showed that he is still, once again, the best running back, at least in this system, behind Cook and Madison, to be that complimentary backup running back. So I don't think Abdullah's roster spot is needed anymore. And despite me being a bit of a fan of him, because I thought he does bring something to our offense, it just didn't see. We don't need a scat back when Dalvin Cook is fine, Madison is fine, not as good, and then Mike Boone is good enough at catching the ball. Abdullah was probably our best screen back, but Dalvin's probably at least on the same level, so I just don't think there's much of a reason to keep Abdullah. So I think just having Sherels be the gunner, which is one of the things Abdullah does, have Sherels be the kick returner, have him be the punt returner, have him be the special teams ace that we know he's capable of being, and we'll be just fine. And this is great. This also speaks volumes to how much ex-Vikings love Minnesota. We saw it with Laquan Treadwell, who I guess had no other options who came here, so you might not want to put a whole lot of leverage on that. But hey, if he hated his time here, I don't think, why would he come here when he's already getting paid? So there's no reason for him to come here unless he just wants tape, and there's nobody else is giving him a call. But he's getting paid regardless, so he could just sat on his couch and then had enough money to retire if he really wanted to. But he decided to come back. Marcus Sherels. He's been written off for years, never got a long-term contract, but consistently was signing that one-year deal. Fans wanted him gone for years, a little bit me included, and he kept coming back like a cold he couldn't get rid of. But Marcus Sherels, even after we finally let him get signed by another team, he's back, and he came back because he loves this team, and you can't even put it all on the coaching staff because Mike Prefer, his special teams coach, is gone. He's been through a variety of head coaches, and there's something about Minnesota. Of course, he's a Gopher, so he has some roots in Minnesota even before he was a pro. But just something about the area that keeps consistently drawing these ex-players back, so it's great to see. But Marcus Sherels is in. Do you guys think Abdullah will be out? Obviously not right away, because that would have been the roster move right off the bat. But maybe a week or two when the Vikings maybe get a little bit more confident with Mike Boone, or they might make sure Marcus Sherels has what it takes to return to kicks and punts, because returning kicks is mostly good luck and blocking more than it is just blazing speed. And again, he'll have one, maybe two chances a game. So, and I don't think we've ever had a fumbling problem with Marcus Sherels. And there's been so many fumbles in Abdullah's career, so I just think it makes so much sense. Just let Sherels do both, free up a roster spot, and let's get it. And who would have thought that keeping Sherels on your team would cut a roster spot, and it will for once. So let's make it happen, and let's bring somebody else who actually makes the plays on the roster, unlike Abdullah, who was like 2 yards per carry. Whoop-de-doo. So let's make that happen. We'll see you guys in the next JLC Vikings video. We'll see you guys then.